Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. CryptoTakeOver here, coming back with another Bitcoin cryptocurrency video for y'all. Man, it's been a minute. The markets are still kind of moving sideways as of right now. We did have one last big dip all the way back down to about that $30,000 area. So we're going to take a look at the charts here in a second. We're going to see CNBC actually just came out with a new article here. Bitcoin's trading action lately is wild, even by crypto standards, and the drama is not yet over. So what all is there still left? I heard that China has banned mining too as well, so that has equal to part of the FUD, crypto taxes, everything, man. It's just been a whirlwind to see this sell-off kind of happen. There's been speculation that they wanted to wipe out one of the traders and get them liquidated too as well. So a lot of different speculation going on right now to see why the markets are selling off. But we're going to take a look at the charts, see what we might have playing out here, see how the hash ribbons are doing, see where some of our resistance lines might be at too as well. And it's been a while since I've made a video, so we back in action. But yeah, let's go ahead and cue that intro and get started on the video, folks. All right, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way y'all can stay up to date each and every single video that we make on this channel, almost each and every single day. I know I've been a little bit busy here the past couple of days. I'm getting ready to actually move into another spot here pretty soon, so I'm probably going to be only doing posts for our private trading group members as well. So if you want to join us over there, make sure to join us inside of the private trading group page. You just need to make sure that you have a Discord username. We just use Patreon as a payment processor, and then hopefully once I get settled into the new spot, we can get these videos back on the roll each and every single day. But let's take a look here. Bitcoin trading actually is pretty wild right now. And is the drama over yet? That's what we're going to take a look at. The world's largest cryptocurrency suffered about a 30% one-day drop last Wednesday, falling to about $30,000 a piece from its record high of 64,800 in mid-April. The dribbling of cryptocurrencies has received over the past 2 weeks and just a taste of things to come, said Peter Berzin. The last time Bitcoin saw a decline of this magnitude was in March of 2020 at the height of the COVID pandemic, and even then the trading wasn't as jarring. Scientists or strategists said heightened regulatory pressure as well as the technical picture are pointing to more of a wild trading ahead. And so the regulatory clarity, still not quite there yet. We're still, it's like trying to see through mud water basically on what is regulated, what's not. Bitcoin is still at a stretch of a double-digit intraday moves, as briefly having its value last week, and Wall Street strategists say that this crazy run won't be over anytime soon. It's been a rude awakening for Bitcoin investors who thought that they could handle the crypto volatility. The world's largest digital cryptocurrency suffered about a 30% one-day drop last Wednesday, falling to about $30,000 a piece. Just in mid-April, Bitcoin hit a record high of 64,800. The turbulence was dramatic, even by crypto standards. The last time Bitcoin saw a decline of this magnitude was March of 2020 at the height of the COVID pandemic, and even then the trading wasn't as jarring. Bitcoin has expected 14 down days in May alone. Experienced 14 down days in May alone. According to the coin metrics so far this year, there have been 39 days with daily swings of 5% or more in either direction based on the Bitcoin's closing prices. There were 42 such as days in all of 2020. Let's see what these metrics. Bitcoin sees wild swings amidst sell-off. Yeah, we have our chart here. Possibly, this kind of just looks like a head and shoulders pattern that played out, possibly could have fulfilled that target there. While the digital token bounced back rapidly with the price up more than 10%, 38,000 on Monday, heightened regulatory pressures as well as the technical picture are pointing to more wild tradings ahead. Strategists said the dribbling that cryptocurrencies have received over the past 2 weeks is just a taste of things to come. Let's see. Research said that in a note, crypto markets will continue to face tighter regulations in the near term. The pain in crypto markets could drag down other speculative assets such as tech stocks. The recent fluctuations came amid elevated regulatory scrutiny in the U.S. and abroad. The U.S. Federal Reserve will soon release a paper outlining its own research into the central bank digital currency area. Meanwhile, Chinese authorities have vowed to crack down on mining, trading of the cryptocurrency. Yeah, and so I think that people, some of the central banks are getting ready to release their own digital currency too as well. So that's why we have some of the scares out of the decentralized current cryptocurrencies as well. Elon Musk, a proponent of cryptocurrency, also did sort of $180 or 180 on Bitcoin when announced. Did sort of 180 on Bitcoin when he announced the electric car maker had suspended vehicle purchases using the asset, citing environmental concerns over the so-called capitulation mining process. Bitcoin remains comical volatile. Let's see. Says this founder of Vital Knowledge, the economic utility of nothing shifts this rapidly. Bitcoin's 31.1% decline was the fourth largest drop on record in the cryptocurrency, according to the data Cornerstone macro. So yeah, it looks like this was a pretty big drop, about 34%. I mean, we've been used to drops all the way up to 80%, you know, during bear markets, but obviously nothing quite as sustainable as this. So people are a little bit speculative as of right now. You know, I would say that if we get up to an 80% drop, then that definitely would say, you know, we're in a bear market. But we haven't quite seen a 50. We saw all the way up to about a 50% drop. You know, and then if we go back down to retest 20K or, you know, mid $20,000 area, then we might need to start questioning ourselves a little bit more. We'll just have to kind of take an eye on things in perspective or continue to dollar cost average. And that's exactly what this is a graceful time to be given to us, I think, to continue to dollar cost average, and then also just accumulate some of those alts. Looking at Bitcoin's futures, post positioning, analysts at JP Morgan believe the worst of the correction is not in the rearview mirror yet. Momentum traders have pared back their Bitcoin futures bets after its failure to break above 60,000, turn sentiment bearish, and induce further positions unwinds, according to the Wall Street firm. Despite the recovery in prices around $40,000, the momentum signals, in particular a long look back period, remain problematic as a signal. So yeah, people are just, you know, continuing to have FUD. He set year-end target to about $50,000. Yeah, honestly, so this is more of a bearish article, folks. I'm sorry to waste y'all's time with this, but let's go ahead and jump on over into the charts and see what's happening over there and see what I think is going to be happening here. Taking a look at the daily chart, folks, Bitcoin right now is hovering at about $40,000, right below 40,000 at 39,500. And what we see here on our daily chart, folks, is we're starting to see this possible resistance trendline break. It looks like we are coming back up to retest it. Somewhat of a doji candle here forming for us for right now. We'll have to see how this candle wants to end up closing by the end of the day. If we kind of zoom in here, one thing that I wanted to take note of was on our 12-hour chart here. 12-hour chart, if we kind of zoom in here, we'll wait for our candlesticks to load. It does look like we are having this teal candle here, which would definitely signal a possible bullish momentum for us to continue here. One thing that I want to also take note of is on market Cipher here, we can start to see our momentum waves getting a little bit smaller here on our 12-hour chart, and starting to stair step their way up above the 60% level. So yeah, and then we are also seeing that on the dual band indicator, strength indicator, we have a 21 right now underneath that is overpowering the bulls or the bears as of right now. So with our dual band indicator, we're looking for possible still bullish way in here to overpower the bears and probably break through this resistance trend line for us. Let's take a look at our 6-hour chart here, kind of zoom in. It looks like our 6-hour buy signal has already signaled for us. Let's see if it's signaled on our 8-hour. Not quite yet. 6-hour buy signal has signaled for us. Taking a look at market Cipher here on the 6-hour, you can already see that we are starting to close above the resistance trend line here. So let's take a look and see at our next 6-hour point if we're going to end up closing above this trend line. We could get a close above it, then come back and retest it once again. Also to take note of on market Cipher is that our momentum waves are getting a little bit smaller here, which would definitely, this would be our anchor waves, and then our trigger waves would be these two here. And it looks like we're coming up to retest that 0 pivot point, which would definitely indicate more bullish momentum to the upside. Once we get past the 0 pivot point on some of these higher time frames, we're looking to probably continue to rally into that bull market territory. So let's kind of zoom in just a little bit more. Take a look at the 2-hour chart here. 2-hour chart, folks, this is what I wanted to take a look at. This is what we kind of noticed on our previous video. our 45-minute chart, I believe we were looking at, was already starting to recover in money flow. And now we see that on our 2-hour chart, the money flow is also starting to recover here on the 2-hour chart. And we have broken above our resistance trend line here on our candlestick patterns as well. We're starting to make that close above the resistance trend line. Let's just take a measured move just for fun here. We'll take a measured move to see what kind of percentage gains we'll take from the peak here to the bottom of where that is at. And we'll take a measured move up here. And we're looking at about 54,000, right at about $53,000 or so, to possibly get a break above that and continue a 1-point extension out from there after this resistance trend line break. Let's actually zoom out to the 4-hour chart here. What I want to look for now is money flow start to recover on some of the mid time frames. So we want to start to see market Cipher money flow start to recover on some of these mid time frames. You can already see we're starting to get the bullish momentum breakthrough above our 0 pivot point on market Cipher as well. And our 2-hour had already broken above that. It looks like we're starting to make our way back up above the 60% level on the 2-hour chart with our momentum waves as well. Yeah, and then what chart was I looking at here that had bullish divergences all over the place? Maybe it was the 1-hour. I can't exactly remember where it was at. I know that we had quite a few bullish divergences playing out somewhere. I can't remember what chart it was though, folks, but you can tell that our momentum waves are still steadily starting to move up to the top side. And that's exactly what we want to look for, is those momentum waves that are starting to move further to the top side there. Yeah, I don't know where I posted that at. Just kind of glance here at our momentum waves. This is our private trading group page there. But yeah, I know that there was some bullish divergences that were playing out quite a bit. So that is something else that we want to look forward to. We did get a close below the 21 weekly EMA, which, is relatively bearish for the most part, but it doesn't quite signal us yet that we're out of the bull run territory. I'm thinking more of a cup and handle pattern that could be forming here. So we're going to start to wait for this to recover back to the upside and then maybe look for another move or break there. 3-hour money flow still, 3-day money flow still looking good. 3-day chart is still showing support on our 100 EMA, which is right at about 35,400. So if we get a close below this 3-day 100 EMA, then I would definitely feel that we still got a little bit more bearish momentum to play out for us. So if we go back below 35,000, we need to be very aware of that. But it does look like we are starting to recover on some of our mid time frames as of right now. Now we want to see that money flow follow behind it too as well, to know that the buyers or the sellers are out of the market and that this is another buying potential for a lot of our altcoins and cryptocurrency markets moving forward from here on out. And then also, folks, don't forget that we have the hash ribbons probably about to signal us a buy signal here relatively soon. We've already got the bullish cross here, and now we're just waiting on that buy signal. So once these start to strengthen out a little bit more, we're probably going to get that buy signal. It's just taking a little bit longer than expected, but I'm definitely anticipating somewhat of a buy signal. You can see last time it took a while for us to finally get that buy signal. It took almost up to a whole week until we got that next buy signal back in 2020 or June of 2020. So I am expecting possibly the rest of this week to continue to recover just a tad bit, and then also expect that buy signal on the hash ribbons too. But that's going to do it for today's video, folks. As of right now, it looks like we are starting to experience that recovery with the Bitcoin market too as well. So I am pretty excited about this, pretty stoked. Hopefully you were continuing to dollar cost average, and we have definitely been making some nice moves inside of our private trading group page too as well. If you want to learn about some of those altcoins that we're getting into on our private trading group page, be sure to join us over there. We use Discord as our we post everything inside of Discord, so just make sure you have a Discord username, and we just use Patreon as a payment processor. And then don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, folks. Check out the links in the description box below. We keep all of our videos ad-free at your convenience, so make sure you help and support our channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. CTO signing out. Peace.